Hi, I'm Mae.
And I'm Casper.
And this is Graphite on Tape. This is a podcast about two artists, both lesbians, married to each other. And our first series is Exploring the Artist's Way, a 12-week course by Julia Cameron. Wanted to do the Artist's Way? Now's the time. This is an autonomous peer group. Join us each week on Mondays on our free tier on Patreon and listen along and reflect along with us on how it's been going and what we wish to improve on. Welcome to week 2.
Oh my gosh, week 2.
We did it.
We did it. We made it. Recovering a sense of identity. This week addresses self-definition as a major component of creative recovery. You may find yourself drawing new boundaries and staking out new territories as your personal needs, desires, and interests announce themselves. The essays and tools are aimed at moving you into your personal identity, a self-defined you.
We've got a lot of feelings about week 2.
We do, yeah.
Let's talk about the chapter itself first.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about the chapter itself.
Then we can get into our experiences with the tasks and the morning pages and the dates and all that. But let's talk about the chapter on its own.
Okay.
I mean, to start, our first subheading is Going Sane. An interesting first thing to read. This is a capital M mad household. We are not sane.
We embrace the crazy in this house.
I think that it's really reasonable to have like insane experiences and feelings in general. Like look around at the world.
Yeah.
I think it's totally reasonable to feel insane when you look at, how we can't afford to house ourselves or feed ourselves. And then all that money is going towards killing people everywhere.
Yeah.
The police killed 6 Indigenous people in September alone of 2024 in Canada.
Yeah.
And then we can see the 15,000 children
that
have been killed in Gaza.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to be sane?
We have a lot of feelings about language, like sanest language, I think is a good word to use to describe that.
Yeah, going sane is not how I would describe my journey so far. There's a difference between stability that I can achieve for myself and like overall stability when there's so many things that contribute to that I have no control over.
Yeah.
And I think that it's okay to like recognize those differences. I also think it's okay to like take what you can from a piece of literature or a workbook or what have you and still be critical of stuff.
100%.
It also talks about, I guess, like going sober as well, which like currently we are pretty much sober, but this isn't like a sober expectation podcast.
No, we're cool. If you're fucked up, we love that for you.
I guess what Julia is trying to push back against is like the idea that you have to be inebriated in order to create art. And we're going to push back saying that you don't have to be sober to create art either. So just wanted to make a note of that there.
I still took a lot from this chapter, even though I had some like immediate reservations, particularly around the language that she uses. I also just like, I work on releasing the expectation that everybody is going to use the same language. I think that she hits on a lot of really important and helpful things, even in using bad language. Her advocacy for sanity is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
I think I like, when I read something, I'm like, I feel like I get what you're getting at. And like, I don't agree on the use of language. And I wouldn't even agree that what you are talking about is sanity in the conventional sense. Like, I don't think she's talking about not being mentally ill. I think she's talking about sort of like the ways that we can ground ourselves in our creative practice. And I think those are all hopeful things. And I don't think you have to be sane, air quotes, to practice those.
I fully agree with that. I also feel like there was some language around, what was it called? Crazy makers.
Yeah.
Which I understood what she was getting at. And when we were reading the chapter, we subbed out and subbed in different words. So we used like abusers. I think I used another word and I can't remember it now. But really a crazy maker to me sounds like an abuser or someone who just really does not have your best interest at heart.
It is really funny to use a word like crazy maker to describe, somebody who is like literally attempting to exert power over you. and dominate you and push you down.
We subbed a lot. We've been subbing language in the other chapters, but in this chapter was a lot of language we were subbing out.
Yeah.
And we read it out loud to each other because we're cute like that.
It's nice. I love it.
So yeah, just like a little bit of a warning, I guess, to folks. Like, this chapter isn't the most mad friendly, I would say.
All right, do we want to move into the content?
Let's talk about our morning pages.
Yeah, let's do it. How were your morning pages this week?
I only did 6 out of 7 this week.
Same. We missed a day.
So we started off last week with 7 out of 7, and now we're down to 6 out of 7, which, you know what? It's all good.
Yeah, life happens, man. Sometimes shit just gets in the way, and I think that's fine.
And it became one of those things where we were going to do them at night, the night that we missed them.
Our nighttime notes, if you will.
We decided against it, or at least I did, because I was really tired, and I just wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I knew that if I stayed up late and wrote my nighttime notes instead of my morning pages to make up for the loss of those that morning, then maybe I wouldn't wake up early enough to do my morning pages the next day, and then it would kind of snowball or domino effect. So
That's fair. That's fair. Also, the one thing I noticed about missing a day is I actually was like really hankering to get back into them.
the day that we missed them was not the best either.
No, I felt very up in my head
Yeah.
for that day. And I have definitely realized the morning pages as being a very effective tool at just like brain dumping and clearing some space.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do not feel discouraged if you miss a day, because
definitely not.
sometimes it just shows you how much you like them.
Yeah.
And it can show you the difference that when you actually do them, like what that difference is. I have days where I can't do the full 3 pages. And those days I write bigger, I skip more lines. Like one day I wrote like 4 words that took up half a page just to finish the 3 pages.
I love that.
I've been the kind of person where feeling like I can't do a full 3 pages at the start would have prevented me from writing at all.
Yeah.
And through this practice so far, I've learned that even a little bit with those big messy words at the end that take up half the page is worth it.
Yeah. I also incorporated one of the homework tasks into my morning pages this week.
I incorporated 3.
Into your morning pages?
Yeah.
Oh my god, amazing. Tell me about it.
Well, I'm hoping in the future that I have enough time and I prioritize my own time to the extent that I can write those tasks or go through those tasks separate from my morning pages.
Yeah, I felt that way too.
But for now, I've decided that they're just going to be part of them. I take up like the last little quarter or half a page with the tasks.
Yeah.
And I was able to get 3 done. And that's a big improvement from last week where I was only able to get 1.
Yeah, and I did 2 this week, so I feel that. All right, tell me about your homework.
The first task that I did was a bunch of affirmations. I wrote 3 affirmations out 5 times each.
I did that too.
Oh, really?
I did that every day as part of my morning pages this week.
Oh, what was that like?
The first day, it feels really silly. And as I worked through it, it was really grounding. It was really nice, especially because in the chapter, Julia mentions like pick affirmations that maybe in the first week felt really uncomfortable to you, like to say about yourself. And so I found that really cathartic. It was really nice to like get comfortable with some of the more like grand affirmations, you know, like that at the initial read in the first week, I was like, I ain't gonna say that. That was weird. You know?
Yeah, but I did the same kind of thing, but I didn't do it throughout the week, so I don't think it was as impactful. Like, I think it was nice that day, but then I moved on to other tasks.
Yeah.
Writing it 5 times did really help.
Yeah.
Instead of just the 1 time.
Yeah.
And I found, which I'm not sure, you know, maybe you've felt differently, but I've found that the more that I've been writing affirmations, the less blurts I have.
Yes, I have noticed this as well.
Yeah, I had this one time where I was writing my affirmation out, and usually I'd have some sort of blurt, and instead of having a blurt, I had a, yeah, you can.
I know, that's so sweet.
Yeah, and I was like, aw, thanks, me.
Isn't that nice?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to have blurts or not have blurts. I didn't realize that you would have a little voice that would be your cheerleader.
Oh my god, isn't that so fun?
It was really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Do you want to hear about my other tasks?
Yeah, I so do.
I did the circle. Did you do the circle?
I didn't do the circle. Please tell me about the circle because I'm actually kind of bummed that I didn't do the circle.
The circle was really interesting. So you draw a circle, divide that circle into 6 pieces like a pie. So in each piece, you write one of these things: spirituality, work, romance, play, exercise, and friends. And then you're supposed to put a dot on each pie piece. And if the dot is on the edge of the pie piece, that means like I have it all under control. I feel great about it. Everything is fulfilling. I'm succeeding in my goals there. I feel awesome. And then the further away that dot is from the outer edge, the less of a handle you feel you have on it. The more that you want to do, the more that you feel like you could improve on. Mm-hmm. So mine kind of looks like a squanched triangle thing.
Okay.
It is not looking like a circle. The whole goal is eventually it'll look like just a regular old circle.
Yeah.
Because you connect all the dots you see.
Yeah.
And it creates a shape. I'm not where I want to be in any of the things I realized. Really not in quite a few of them. And I feel like I'm the kind of person that's maybe a little bit harsher than what reality is. So I think there's room for improvement for sure. But I also think that I probably have already started in on these things, and I was thinking more generally than maybe most recently when I created it. Yeah. But I'm expecting myself at the end of the 12 weeks to go back to this assignment and see if it grew and got more circle-like.
Yeah. What do you feel like you got from this?
There are things I never think about. I don't really think about my spirituality. I don't really think about play. I don't really think about most of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't realize how intentional you have to be to have romance in your life. Other than work, I have to be intentional about most of it.
Yeah, work's kind of a built-in one because we have to pay rent or else we have no house. So.
Yeah, exactly. So like I was like, when do I play? I don't know.
Yeah.
When do I play? And I think about the times that I play, and they're so few and far between. And I don't see my friends as much as I want to either. So, you know, a lot of these were relatively low, and I would like to improve upon them. If any of my friends are listening to this, I love you so much, and I'm so sorry I have not stayed in touch. Well, I also did one more assignment.
Yeah, tell me about your other assignment.
I did the I would like assignment.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So this assignment, it's really simple. You just think of all these things that you would like to be, to do, to have, and you write them out. And you make simple statements like, I would like to, and then finish the statement. So I wrote a few. I won't share all of them because I have a lot. I would like to keep the house clean and tidy. I would like to care for myself with ease. I would like to practice French. I would like to paint the house and decorate the house so there's no more gray.
Those gray walls, man.
Yeah, they don't do it for me.
This millennial gray's gotta go.
And those are some of the ones that I feel comfortable sharing.
Nice. And how did you find that assignment in terms of like what do you think you got out of it?
Well, I feel like I'm always thinking about my goals in these like really big senses. Like I want to release an EP or an album. Mm-hmm. And it feels like I have so much to do there. And really, I've made progress. I've written songs. You can't have an album or an EP without songs.
Yeah, you've made lots of progress.
So that's moving. I would like to be able to sew my own clothes. And I did learn how to use a sewing machine. There's been movement. Even though I haven't completed these goals, I felt like really confident in the skills that I need for some of them. But there's these big creative dreams of mine. I mean, this podcast is one of them.
Yeah.
And we're doing it.
Here we are.
So when I was going to write these, I would like to, I had the sense that I would write some things like, you know, be a better guitar player or practice piano and learn how to be a competent piano player. I'm not sure. Like, I thought I'd have these, like, I would like to record an EP. I would like to release an album. Bigger things like that. But really what came out were like way more day-to-day, personal, internal, and close to the chest kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I realized it was that undercurrent of goals that I always think are not as important because maybe I should just be able to do this already. And it feels like silly that they're goals because I should just be a person that does those things, and I'm just the kind of person that doesn't do those things if I don't have them already figured out. So, like, you know, having the house clean and tidy and decorating it and having an easy time with caring for myself and practicing French so that I don't lose my ability to speak that language completely. You know, it feels like if I was a bilingual French speaker, I would be already. Or if I was someone that kept my house organized, I would already be that way. If I was someone who felt like all the self-care tasks that I need to get done were something I could do with a breeze, I would just be that kind of person already. So the fact that those things keep kind of slipping away or being swept under the rug or being like put down on the hierarchy of like goals and wants and desires always felt like something that had to do with me as a person. And when I wrote them out like this, I realized that they're actually just like really important to me, and I need to focus on them. I need to give them attention, and I need to actually change my mindset.
Yeah.
That they're actually not unimportant. The fact that I haven't achieved them yet is actually no reflection of who I am and the kind of person I am. And I can do all of those things as long as I prioritize them and I commit to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just realized that my priorities are a little bit different than what I thought they'd be going into the course.
Yeah. You had a big week this week.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I really learned a lot this week.
Yeah, you did.
Let's start with you. What did you do for your artist date?
So for my artist date, I had a bit of a realization for artist dates this week, which was really handy, because I've been saying I was going to do it and wanting to do it for so long, but I finally tried my hand at sun printing for the first time for my artist date, which is a really fun process. And if you don't know what it is, please go look it up. It's really cool. You're basically using the sun to develop a photo print of like a film negative. I have had all of the tools that I've needed to do this for like months and months and months. And I've been wanting to do it. But I never have because, to be quite frank, starting new creative projects is scary as fuck, especially when I know for a fact I will not knock it out of the park the first try because it's a learning process.
It's a whole new medium. It's a whole new set of tools for you.
Chemistry involved, man. It did not work. You cannot see the art. The yellowy stuff on the background is still there when it should be able to wash away. But it was really fucking fun to make this, and I hope that I can make more. It was so much fun, and I really, really enjoyed just like honestly having creative playtime with no expectations. I think that was really something that the artist date this week showed me, and is something that I will be carrying into my practice, hopefully long term. I just realized that I very rarely take time creatively for myself to just play around with no expectations. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that I do this as a job, that pretty much every piece of artwork that I create, even if it is artwork that like is my concept and it's for like my own practice, you know, like it's not a client piece. Even that work, like when I do it, like I kind of need it to turn out in a certain way, you know, and I need it to turn out in a certain way that like ends up bringing me at least a bit of money. And so that has created kind of a lot is riding on when I sit down to create, I have realized. And it's really hard for me to sit down and just like fuck around, you know, and just try something, especially if I know I'm not going to be good at it to start, which makes play really hard, you know? And so I have decided, I'm hoping to carry this forward moving forward, that my artist dates are going to be just like absolutely uninhibited creative playtime. There's no filming for social media. There's no expectations of it turning out. There's no, you know, need to post anything anywhere, and just try shit. Just try something new, or continue to play with something. Like I definitely think I will be continuing to play with sun printing if the weather agrees with me for my next artist date. But yeah, so that was a really great learning for me, and I really am hoping I'm in week 2, so who knows how I'm gonna feel on week 12. I'm making a lot of definitive statements about my artist dates for the rest of time will be this.
But it sounds like if you had done the circle chart this week that I did, your play would be really low.
Yes, 100%.
And right now, a good way for you to increase that is by playing artistically during your artist dates.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good, I just feel like it's a really good use of my time at this point. I feel so good this week creatively, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And also, like, how is your business, how is your practice, how is your craft going to expand if you don't give yourself time to explore?
Yeah, that's a big one. It is a tricky mistress to really balance all of the requirements of being creative for pay, you know?
I agree, but I don't even think that it's tied to pay exclusively, in the sense that I think it's really hard to play in general. Like, I'm not sure if any of the listeners can agree on this or relate to this, but even for myself, when I'm trying to crochet and I want to take up a new pattern, it's like, well, what if I don't get it right away? And a lot of the times I don't. And then I have this like shitty little granny square that doesn't look like the flower I was trying to make. And then I feel like I've wasted all this time.
Yeah.
And then your sensor starts to button. It's like, see, you can't do this. Stick to your single crochet. You don't know how to do this new fancy stitch. There's no point in it.
So rude.
So I think that playing is really hard when we grow up and grow into our sensors, because play can feel really dangerous.
Yeah.
So when you play, you can allow yourself to be in this in-between world where it doesn't matter if what you're thinking is realistic. It doesn't matter that you can't do it fully yet. Those things don't really matter at the moment, because play is its own little piece. And the moment that you put down the play and you're back in the real world, you don't have to carry any of it with you.
Yeah.
You don't have to carry any of it forward.
Yeah.
It's a really great place for brainstorming. You want to write another story and you just play with all these ideas, and instead of thinking, well, how am I going to make this work? And that's not going to work with this. And then maybe I won't be able to convincingly create a world or world build, and it will seem kind of fake for me and I won't be as good as these. Instead, just play. What would this fantastical world look like? What would the people in it sound like? And you just play with all of it, even if you never pick that up again.
Yeah.
And it's worth it, because your first idea might lead to your big idea.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you're worth having some play.
I would say, like, even going into this and going into my artist date being like, oh, I'm finally going to be okay with nothing coming out of this, I still feel like I got so much. So I'm avoiding saying like, oh, even if nothing comes from it, because it's like, bro, something's gonna come from it, you know?
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
When you were a kid, did you ever worry about like what's gonna come of it? No, you just wanted to play with your toys. You just wanted to play pretend with your friends. You just wanted to make up a play, like a literal theatrical play to put on for your parents so that you could have a sleepover. There were just things that you did just because you wanted to, and just because you had ideas, and just because you felt like you needed an outlet for your creativity and for your energy and for your excitement. So allow yourself that now. If you feel like playing and you start getting caught up in your sensor, being a snob or being an asshole or being really defeatist, try and counteract with like, actually right now, I'm playing with my Barbies and I'm designing clothes for them, if that's what your play is. Creating designs, fashion designs, sewing patterns, who knows, right? Like, put yourself into it past you a little bit and allow yourself to be playful without expecting something to come out of it materially and physically, and like, I could post this on social media, like you said, and everyone would sing my praises.
Yeah.
Play is separate. The moment that you think about that, you've left play.
Yeah. And I did feel like while I was on my artist date, I actually
You were giddy.
I was giddy. I was running around the house like, do you want to print with me? Do you want to go and stand in the sun and stare at this thing for 15 minutes and do nothing else? I was very, very excited. But I found getting to that place actually took a little while when I like started my artist date. You know, like I'm sitting down and I felt myself getting pulled out and pushed back in and pulled out. And like usually the things that would pull me out were literally like I'd be doing something and be like, fuck, I should be filming this for something for social media. And then I'd be like, no, you are not filming. You are playing. Stop.
That's very exciting. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you too. I feel like we both had like big weeks this week.
Yeah, we did. My artist date was a lot more chill than last week. I didn't leave the house. Last week I went for a walk and went to the library and really witnessed everything around me and was really in the moment. And this week I just created a little craft corner for myself, turned on some tunes, and made some decorations for the house.
Yeah,
so
cute.
Thank you. I made some paper pumpkins and some paper bats on like garlands to put around the house and just listen to music while I was doing it. And I did it really slowly and just really enjoyed the whole process. I was using some new markers and they were giving me some trouble. I was trying to figure out how to draw like I wanted to with the new markers. And instead of getting frustrated because I want to get this done and move on to the next thing, it was like, I have 2 hours.
Yeah.
At least, you know?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to decorate the house for the seasons for years and I never have. And I finally did.
Yeah, we have like beautiful little equinox decorations up around the house, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, so I think that my artist date was also kind of playing, and it was really, really nice to kind of get some of those, what I thought were smaller goals and less important goals that have turned out to be quite important to me.
Yeah, big.
It was great to have some progress made on them. It was great to do them. It was great to work on them. It was great to explore them.
Yeah.
So that was my artist date.
Wonderful. That's the artist date. That's the morning pages. That's the homework. That's our relationship to the weird words that Julia decides to use in her book.
And we have the check-in questions.
Yay, check-in. Now, one thing about the check-ins is that we would really love for you to join us and do your check-in with us on the free tier on Patreon, on the post. We have little discussions in the comments, and it's so wonderful, and I love hearing from y'all, so please join us.
Thank you to everybody who's already joined in on the discussions, and anyone who's joining and is like, wait, I know you're at week 6 and I've just started week 1. Don't worry, you can jump back to that week 1 post and we will still chat with you.
100%.
We really want to hear where you're at when you're at it. And, you know, I think there's no time like the present. There's no time like whenever it comes your way. Don't worry about being late. This isn't an assignment. This isn't a class. This is an autonomous peer group.
Yes. All right, check-in questions.
And we're asking ourselves this, in a sense, and each other, but we're really asking you, our friends, our pals, our listeners, what have you done this week? How have you felt about it via the check-in questions? So how many days this week did you do your morning pages? How was the experience for you? How did the morning pages work for you? Describe them. For example, they felt so stupid. I'd write all these itty-bitty disconnected things that didn't seem to have anything to do with one another or anything. Remember, if you are writing morning pages, they are working for you. What were you surprised to find yourself writing about? Answer this question in full on your check-in page. This will be a weekly self-scan of your moods, not your progress. Don't worry if your pages are whiny and trite. Sometimes that's the very best thing for you. Remember that artist dates are a necessary frivolity. What did you do? How did it feel? And 3, were there any other issues this week that you consider significant to your recovery? Describe them.
I think that's it.
Then that's week 2.
That's week 2.
Thank you so much for listening in and joining us on our free tier on Patreon. We are so happy to go on this journey with you, and we're really excited to hear your thoughts and your experiences on the post. We'll see you next week for week 3, recovering a sense of power.
Love that.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I guess see you next Monday.
Yeah, see you next Monday. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.